am very happy that I canceled that DoorDash order because immediately I got an Uber Eats. Okay, so I'm unassigning this order because they just told me it's going to take at least 20 minutes. If McDonald's tells you it's going to be at least 20 minutes, that's a long time. So I'm going to go to the question mark, unassign this delivery. This is my first time unassigning. Where are the reasons? Order not ready, I guess? Why are you unassigning? You're the best dasher. They ask you this many things to unassign an order? This is crazy. I am very happy that I canceled that DoorDash order because immediately I got an Uber Eats from a really nice restaurant for 2 kilometers for $11. And then I got an add-on, which I declined because it wasn't good. But then I got another add-on, same restaurant. It was, I think, $10 for 5 point something additional kilometers. I'm like, sure, why not? And look at that. I declined one $8 order and I got 2 orders totaling about 20 something dollars. In most likely the same amount of time that I would have been waiting at McDonald's.
You made a smart decision.
I had a customer that sent me a message to deliver the order in the back, like at the back door. And I was like, okay. But I know that area is like those humongous houses. So I'm like, okay, is it gonna be lit like to get to the back? Like I don't know what to expect. So anyways, I get there, super beautiful, huge house. And as I start walking to the back, like this is why I put on my jacket then, because they're right off the water, so it is a little chilly. And I have my flashlight in my pocket of my jacket. So I turn on my flashlight and I start walking. Then it's like a motion censored light, so that started to go on, but it still wasn't enough to like brighten up the entire path because it's like trees and bushes and then the house. So I'm like, yeah, I don't like this. So anywho, get to the back door, and I guess they have like either a young adult or I don't know what, or they're renting it out. But the back was nothing like the front of the house. The front of the house was completely spotless. In the back, there's cigarette butts all over the floor. Like, it's completely messy by that door. And I'm like, this is such a shame because it's literally the water right there. Like, they have super nice landscaping, but right by that door, not the greatest. Oh my goodness. So I just went to Kutgasa to pick up my customer's order. Her name is Andreas. So Andreas. I get there, I'm like, hi, I'm picking up Uber for Andreas. They look completely confused.
I'm confused!
Don't worry, yes, I don't have my seatbelt on. I'm in the parking lot going to the next restaurant, which is 20 seconds away. And then I'm like, what? I'm like, huh? They're like, that driver just left with your order. They have the same order. And I was like, are you serious? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, what? So I go outside and I'm like, we have the same order? And then he's like, oh, I guess so. So then I'm like, Andreas? And he goes, no, I have Andrian with Skip. So I'm like, oh. So then I go back in and I'm like, okay, he has Andrian, I have Andreas. So then they're like, oh, well then he took the wrong order because I'm making Andrian right now. So I go back out, I'm like, actually, yeah, what does your bag say? And he's like, Andreas. I was like, that's my order. He's like, I don't understand. I showed them the phone. They asked how many items. I said, I don't know, because that's a problem with Skip. You don't know what the items are. Oh, goodness. That was super close because he almost delivered the absolutely wrong order. So now I'm going to Mr. Puff's to pick up my second order. Hopefully this one, no problem. Oh my God, there's like 6 bags lined up on the counter. Mr. Puff's. Hi, I have for Uber. Okay, so this was a very eventful night. By the way, I'm home. It is now 10:25, and I told myself that's it. I want to come out early in the morning tomorrow before we go out to run some errands, so I'll need my rest. And it was a busy day today, so I know I have a bunch of dishes waiting for me inside. But anywho, that's not what you're here for. When I was delivering the Cute Castor order to the lady that the skip guy almost left with my order, yeah, that one. When I was delivering her order, I told her the story. She's like, oh my goodness. I'm like, yeah, so it's meant for you to have this order. So anywho, I'm driving away and I noticed that there's a vehicle that has their trunk open. Now, when I drove, because they're a corner lot, so when I turned the corner, I was like, it's not that someone is unloading their car, so, you know, that's why they left it open. This was open by mistake. So being the good person that I am, I stopped my vehicle, even though I had an order in my car. I stopped my vehicle. I went to the door, which I had to go all the way around because there's no path. Anyways, go to ring the doorbell. Doorbell's broken. So I'm knocking, but it's a humongous house. Who knows when they're gonna hear me, right? So then I realized I took my key and I like shoved it into the doorbell, and I guess it worked. And then I knocked when I saw a shadow pass by. So then the guy came and he was like, and I'm like, your trunk is open. So he opened the door and he's like, do you live around here? I'm like, yeah, I'm actually not too far from here. I'm like 5 minutes away. And he's like, and like, are you working? I'm like, yeah, I'm delivering. I was doing a delivery and that's when I saw your trunk, like trying to explain like, who's this random person, you know, coming to your door. And he offered me a job. He's like, would you like a job? I'm like, well, like, what do you mean? I'm like, I love how flexible this is. Like, this is perfect for me. Are you talking about like a daytime thing? No, I'm not looking into that. Like, I'm a stay-at-home mom. We homeschool. Like, I don't have time for that right now. And he's like, no, doing deliveries. He delivered like medical something or the other. I don't remember what he was saying. So anyways, he gave me his number. He gave me his name. And I told him I'll call him because he said the schedule is very flexible. So, hey, you never know. Maybe I'll be delivering like medical stuff. Is it medical supplies? I really don't know. I couldn't stay to chat because I had the delivery in my car. And I wish I didn't, because then I could have spoken to him a bit more. And then, you know, we did a little bit of small talk and he just moved there and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, okay, well, I gotta go because I have the customer's order. Anywho, luckily it was like mini donut stuff. So it's not like, oh, it's cold, you know. So that was the video for tonight. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Give it a like if you did. Subscribe to the channel. And remember, if a restaurant tells you that it's going to be too long for the order, cancel it. I was very happy that I did that cancellation on DoorDash. It's going to be sad not to see 100% when it comes to my completion rate, but I'm very happy with the financial decision that I made for that. I will see you in the next video. Bye.